video I'm going to tell you the order of the Quinceanera traditions. Hi, my name is Paloma. I am a photographer based in San Diego. Welcome to my YouTube channel where you're going to learn everything about a quinceañera and how to plan one. The question that I get asked the most is the order of the events.
When do I do the crowning? When do I do the change of shoes? Do I dance the Vals first?
Don't worry, because in this video I'm going to answer all of those questions. Now, if your questions are like more in-depth, I am now offering one-on-one consultations. I'm gonna leave all the information in the link down below. If you live in San Diego and you're looking for a photographer or videographer for your quinceañera, please give me a call. I will love to help. Without further ado, grab your coffee and let's get started. It usually starts with an entrance. You have two options here. You could do your main entrance, like when you just arrive to the hall, you walk in before dinner, before like everything. That can be your main entrance. And then when you start the traditions, you just walk to the dance floor. That can be it. Now you have another option number two. It's you do another entrance when you're about to start all the quinceañera traditions. For example, you can be by the very entrance of the hall and walk around the dance floor with like your mom, your court, like whoever you want, and end up in the middle of the dance floor. Now this is very important because all the following traditions will be done on the middle of the dance floor. For this part, you will need a chair, whatever kind of chair you want to have. Some halls will provide like a very nice, big, very royal looking kind of chair. Or you could also just do like, you know, a regular chair. I do recommend placing the chair facing forward. Think of when you are dancing your waltz, you of course have a front. Place the chair facing like the same front as when you're dancing the waltz. Quick mention here, all of those traditions have like a coming of age, kind of going from like childhood to womanhood kind of meaning. So now that you have the chair on the middle of the dance floor, you're sitting down. Usually start with the crowning. Now, who's gonna do the crowning? You can have padrinos, you can have your parents, you can have your mom and your sister, like your sisters, whoever you want can be your madrina, padrinos. Like, once again, there is no rule, whoever you prefer. And this tradition just signifies that they are crowning you as queen of the night. This video is helping you, give me a like. After the crowning, we usually do the change of shoes. Once again, the change of shoes can be done by padrinos, parents, only your dad, like whoever you prefer. There's no rule. Once again, this tradition signifies the going from childhood to womanhood, like this whole coming of age thing, when you will go from wearing like a ballet flat tennis shoes to wearing like high heels. Now, after the change of shoes, we're gonna do the last doll or the last toy. Once again, this signifies this coming of age kind of thing. You're supposedly receiving your last toy. It doesn't have to be the last one. This last doll can be given to you once again by padrinos. It's kind of very traditional for it to be given by your dad. It can also be given to you by like your little sister or your little cousins. There are some quinceañeras who, when they receive the last doll, like especially if the doll is given by their dad, when they receive it, they dance the waltz, like father-daughter dance. They dance it right there with that. It's really up to you. Now, another thing that I would like to mention here is that you don't have to get like that traditional quinceañera doll. It doesn't have to be that, like it doesn't even have to be a doll. One option that I think is very cute, and you have heard me say before, it's a teddy bear wearing like a quinceañera dress with a crown and all. I do have a link down below. This is something that I think it's pretty cool that I have seen happening more and more, is that they still keep the tradition, but they find a way to make it your tradition, right? To make it fit you and your style and what you like. Now, it's super important to mention here that you don't have to do all of those traditions for your quinceañera to be a quinceañera. Like, you don't have to do any of them. If you only want to do one of them, if you want to do two of them, like it doesn't matter, you decide. Another thing is that the world is not going to end if you do something in a different order, or if you had everything scheduled in a certain way and the actual day of the quinceañera it works out differently. Don't worry, this is just a guideline. I'm not really going too much into detail on these ones because there are a lot of quinceañeras who don't do this or who just do this at the ceremony. But if you are going to receive necklace and a pendant like la medalla. It will be given to you at this point, or a bracelet, a ring. If you have any other gifts, will be done at this point. Now we're moving on to another part that I won't say it's really a tradition, but it's something that I have seen more and more happening, and this is the surprise gift. Now, once again, this is totally optional. If you want to get a surprise gift, this will be the moment to do it. What is a surprise gift? It can be whatever you want, whatever you're into. I have seen quinceañeras receive jewelry or just makeup. Another quinceañera received like a whole vanity set. Totally optional. Not like a quinceañera tradition, more like part of what you will do in this quinceañera timeline, like within this quinceañera protocol. So after this, you can move the chair out of the way. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comment section. Now we're moving on to the dances. All of the dances are going to happen within this time of the quinceañera protocol of the quinceañera party. We are usually going to start with the father-daughter dance. Here you have a couple of different options. You can go the route of like doing a whole production or like a whole thing out of it. This is the point where you will do like the silhouette dance, the mirror dance. Like, I'm gonna leave the link up here. The link is also gonna be down below. So you can decide if you want to go like that route. You can also do like you're dancing with your dad, just like a traditional Vals song, and then it changes to a different kind of music, like something like kind of like the surprise dance, but something more like upbeat. You could also do that, or you could just dance like whatever traditional typical song that you want. I have also seen quinceañeras who kind of group them all together. For example, if they're dancing with dad and dancing with padrino, they are putting those two together. Don't dance the whole song, they only dance a little part of the song with each person. This is a pretty good idea if you don't want to take up too much time. If you're not grouping them together, then you do the father-daughter dance, and then we move to the dance with the padrino. Once again, it can be a whole song, it can just be like a piece of the song, up to you. After this, if you want to do the family dance, this will include tíos, padrinos, primos. I have seen quinceañeras dancing with the padrinos only. I have seen quinceañeras dancing with every single man from the family, with all the tíos, with all the primos, like with everyone. One thing that I would like for you to consider is the amount of time that you have for the reception. So in most of the venues, you have a limited time, and I have seen these family vals going for as long as an hour, mentioning everyone. So keep in mind, this is time that you're gonna be using out of this limited time that you have with the venue. Now, if you're doing your quinceañera in like your own backyard, like in your own place, or you have like, I don't know, 10-12 hours to throw the party, go for it. I mean, whatever you want to do, right? Like, make this timeline fit your own quinceañera. Now we're gonna do the main vals, which is the vals that you're going to dance with your damas, with your chambelanes only, damas only, like whatever you prefer. But this is the moment to do it. If there is anything else that you would like to do, like roses or flowers thing that I have actually seen more of it in the last year. At this point, we're going to wrap up all of the dances that you're going to do wearing your quinceañera dress. After this, we're going to continue with the toast or the brindis, like when you're going to do the speeches or the like toast in general. Who is going to stand up there with you? At the very least, it should be the quinceañera with padrinos and parents. If you want to have your parents and your siblings and the padrinos, or I have also seen quinceañeras who have like the whole court with them, like all the damas, all the chambelanes. Once again, it's really up to you. Another thing that I would like to mention here, usually the choreographer is going to explain to you where you need to stand, what you're going to do. However, if you don't have a professional choreographer, if they don't explain this to you, you're just going to stand on the dance floor and once again use the same front as if you were dancing your vals. This will be the point where you will give like a speech or say some words. I think that if you don't feel comfortable speaking in front of a big crowd, you shouldn't be forced to do it. If you don't have an issue like speaking in front of a big crowd, go for it. Like, give your speech, prepare yourself. Usually parents and padrinos are also going to say some words and do toast for the quinceañera. Now, after the toast, I recommend moving on straight to the cake cutting. I know a lot of people don't like cutting the cake at this point, let me explain you the reasoning behind. First of all, is you're not going to interrupt the party. So once everyone is dancing, they're having a good time, and then you cut the party and say, we're gonna cut the cake. You stop everything. Another option is to just like not stop the party and just take a quick picture with the cake. But if you wanna have like las mañanitas, or if you wanna have them singing happy birthday or something like that, I recommend you to do it after the toast. Another reason why it's good to do it at this point, especially if you're going to do a surprise dance and you're going to change to a different outfit, then when we take the cake pictures, if you want to have your quinceañera dress on, you will have to go and change again. We can of course just take the pictures with whatever you're wearing for the surprise dance, but the quinceañera dress is something that you're only going to wear this day and you probably spent a lot. Might as well just use it as much as possible. So at this point, you're going to cut the cake. Who is going to be there cutting the cake with you? At least your mom and your dad. Some people also like to have the padrinos, but at least mom and dad. Sometimes they play las mañanitas. If you don't want them to sing anything, we just go to the cake, you cut the cake. At this point, I also ask them if they want to bite the cake, like la mordida. Now, I know this is like a Mexican tradition. With this, I don't mean smash the quinceañera's face on the cake. A very gentle, like bite it, and it's super cute if you have like a little bit of frosting on your nose. After all of this, you have hopefully done everything that requires for you to be wearing your quinceañera dress. We're moving on to the last part of the quinceañera protocol, the surprise dance. If you are changing, this is the moment when you go and change different outfit. It doesn't matter what happens to the quinceañera dress after this point because you have done all the important parts already. And this is the surprise dance, the fun dance, the upbeat dance. And usually after the surprise dance, you officially open the dance floor so all the guests can join you and party with you. Actually, some choreographers at the end of the surprise dance have the cord go and grab one of the guests and they start dancing like that. So the dance floor is officially open. There is no weird like, but nobody's dancing kind of part. And at this point, you are done with the whole quinceañera traditions, the quinceañera protocol. You have done everything. Now, I recommend you to continue watching this video that is going to help you to organize the whole day of your quinceañera. It's going to help you to make a timeline for the whole day. As always, thank you so much for watching. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel for more content, and I hope you have a wonderful quinceañera. Bye!